Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about the tropics again. Today is we have very bad news for today's video, so a lot of people are gonna get worried after probably seeing around the end of this video. We can already see by the the thumbnail of the video. We see it looks like a hurricane about to hit the U.S. We talk about that later on in the video, and I put, could this be the next hurricane that hits the U.S.? So let's get into today's video, but before we start today's video, we've created a new channel called the main channel, Brent's Gaming and Brent Weathers and Brent Live. You guys have already seen those right now. I guess now it's loading, but we're just gonna get right in the video. I created two new channels. Well, I've used these before, but they're Brent Main Channel and Brent Gaming. Soon they'll be into the the channel list here, the featured channels. It should be on here by probably tomorrow at least. Might take a few days for it to work because it wasn't working earlier. That's why I had to show them separately. Right here is Brent Main Live. Here it is, and then we see Brent Gaming. I'm gonna try to post a video today on both of these, so go check them out. Both of these, there should be a video out coming soon. This will be the new main channel. This used to be the only channel I had. I'm moving the main channel to this channel right here, so come check it out to the main channel. So let's get into the video though now. We're talking about a storm, 2-day graphical weather outlook, tropical weather outlook, and there is a 10% chance of development in this region here. This is where this storm could develop. This is not the one that we're worried about that's going to hit Florida. It's a different storm that hasn't even developed yet, not even on the 5-day graphical weather outlook, but it's supposed to develop, I think, somewhere around this. Well, it's not supposed to develop until, or it's not supposed to become a strong storm until it enters the Gulf. And I know the other day we'll talk about wind shear. Well, we have bad news about the wind shear, and we'll talk about that later in the video. So let's look at the 5-day graphical weather outlook. And this storm has a 60% chance of development around this region here. If it goes in between here, it could strengthen to a strong storm. It can go anywhere in this cone they put out. I think the most likely track will probably be this way, maybe, but it can go anywhere. Go this way, could go this way, could go this way, but the likely track probably would be around like this way, and it's supposed to curve on that area, but we can't look at really models because they're not showing the models, or they don't have an invest on this yet, so I can't really look at the models to see where this is going to go, but that's my prediction where it's going to go. Here's a storm on satellite imagery. Because it didn't have invest or anything, I have to pull up the whole Atlantic, and we see this is the storm right here. I'm going to use a different color for that. Here, and the storm is right here, the X, and then this is the spot where it's supposed to develop, move into those favorable probably conditions, and possibly could develop into a strong storm. Let's look at some of these models of this storm. Sorry about that. Okay. Where are you? So we see the storm isn't even on here. This is probably, or this is today. It's not even showing up on here yet, but we're gonna fast forward a little bit, to about, Saturday, October 3rd. We see a low pressure center. That means it's starting to develop right in that area that they predicted it's supposed to, and then it's supposed to hit Mexico. Probably as a tropical depression or a tropical storm, maybe a hurricane, but more likely of a tropical storm. Heads out of that area, but still hitting Mexico. Some of those impacts that could come toward Florida, but it's mainly supposed to stay near Mexico. At least the low pressure center is, and usually the low pressure center is where the hurricane is, or the storm is. I mean, not hurricane. We still see it impacting Mexico. We see some of those outer bands, I think, trying to get into Florida. So we could be seeing that. Some rain with Florida. Low, or I think it weakens and then forms back again as it moves into the Gulf of Mexico. It moves toward Mexico, so that's the good thing. It's not moving toward the United States. It's supposed to move toward Mexico and hit Mexico probably as a tropical storm. If anything, maybe the strongest could be a Cat 1. Now we're gonna have to watch the tropic. We have to watch the area right in about this area. In this area over here, it could develop. Another storm could develop. See a storm over here that looks like a cat, or it looks like a hurricane, but that's not the one I'm concerned about. I'm concerned about this little one right here, and you'll understand in a minute why I'm concerned about that. So we see this is on Saturday, October 10th, and they expect there to be a storm in the Gulf, a 997 low pressure, and they're seeing some of these outer bands on Florida from the storm. Let's move a little forward. We see this starts moving toward Florida. It looks like a hurricane. Can't tell if it's gonna, or it looks like a hurricane on here, so I'm guessing this would probably be either a strong tropical storm or Cat 1 or Cat 2 hurricane possibly, moving toward Florida, and it continuing to move toward Florida as 984 millibar low pressure, as it continues to move forward toward Florida. And this is what I'm concerned about, because this could become a major possible hurricane. This does happen, and we're watching as it continues to move toward Florida. It could move very close to where there has been no storms hitting, because this part of Florida has not gotten any watches or warnings. That could change with this next storm coming in by October 12th. And then it moves into, it looks like it's more going to hit near Pensacola, where they already had Sally hit. But I think we will be seeing some of those outer bands coming into Florida. So I think we could be seeing watches and warnings maybe around this area, but still there will be one area down here that will still be untouched, and we'll see if it'll stay untouched for the rest of the season. But if this storm does develop like it says on here, we could be talking about our record of how many storms have hit the U.S. because 9 have now. Right now we tied the record, and if this storm hits, that means it'll be 10. Hit, and it says it's gonna hit as 989 millibar low pressure system. Sorry about that. That was me. And it's going to move in the U.S. into Georgia and gonna move out. And we might have to watch this. This is too far out to say, but could move right back into Florida. But if so, it shouldn't be that strong of a storm. It should be probably tropical depression, maybe a tropical storm. This does play out, but this is too far to say. So, but we're still going to have to watch it. We're looking at the shear in the Gulf. Right now we are seeing not that much shear. This is Sunday, September 27th. There was a little bit of shear in the Gulf, but not much shear. Let's look a little forward to Tuesday. We're seeing, or this is yesterday, I believe. Let's fast forward to today. We're seeing weak wind shear in the Gulf. It's weak wind shear. It's supposed to be weak wind shear, but it's still going to stay here for quite a while as the one storm tries to move into the Gulf. I think I'll have a tough time developing with that shear. the one storm that's supposed to hit Mexico. I think that's why it's not heading toward the U.S. because because the shear is making it not go toward the U.S. You see it moves into that shear, so that storm will weaken probably from that shear, and will continue to impact Mexico. And it's trying to stay out of that shear and just move toward Mexico because the shear is so strong. Then it weakens. Then we're going to look at the other storm that's supposed to develop. And here's the storm right here. Where's all the shear? All over here. This is where all the shear is. All the shear will be over here. So this storm is going to move into the shear, or the shear is over here. So that means it has enough room for strengthening in the Gulf. So that's the bad news I was talking about. There is no shear at all whenever this storm's about to hit. And the storm's about to hit. It could get some shears at times, but right now it's showing there's going to be very little shear in the Gulf. So that is some other bad news for the Gulf. Then let's look at the storm as it moves away and tries to move toward Florida. Even though I think that will be unlikely, but still possible. It's too far out though to say. Let's look at this thing that we have been looking at this for quite a while. Red means, or the more red there is, the more less likely for tropical development. The more greens, the more favorable for tropical development. We have looked at this so many times. Green means rising air, red means sinking air. So we're gonna move it forward. This is today, so let's move it forward to October. About October 2nd, maybe late October 1st, like 12 o'clock maybe, but you see there's not as much red in the Gulf as there was just a minute ago. We were showing, so we're going to fast forward a little more to October 4th. We're seeing a little bit of greens in the Gulf, not really any reds, maybe a little bit of reds near Texas, but not really for some of the Gulf is not in those reds though. We're going to fast forward to October 6th. We still don't see any of these reds in this area. That means there's no rising air, but still there's no sinking air, so there will be possible tropical development. So let's look forward a little more to October 2nd. We see some of those greens here. That means favorable for tropical development. We could be seeing some favorable tropical development. That's for a little more, and we're seeing more of those greens start in the Atlantic, so that would be some bad news too for the rest of the hurricane season. We saw that'd be a bad rest of the hurricane season. We still see some of these greens that storms could develop in rising air. But then the red tries to return at the end of this model run, so that'd mean a calming rest of the hurricane season. So the good news is it's showing by October 16th, sinking air. That could be the end of this hurricane season. But thank you everyone though for watching. Just get prepared, because this storm, there could be a possible storm moving toward Florida. We're going to watch that very, very closely. I will continue to give updates on this, depending if the one storm that's heading toward Mexico right now. Depending on that storm, I might make another video about the tropical storm. I've been making one tropical video and then one temperature video. Like, I've been doing that every couple days, or at least the last few days I've been doing that. Also, I might be posting on my other channels. If you haven't want to see them, I just show them at the beginning of the video. Brent's main channel, Brent Gaming, and my Brent's live channel. So, thank you though for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next channel. Or next video, sorry about that. See you guys in the next video.